Hey guys, and welcome to Holy Yoga. I'm really glad you're here today. So we are using playlist on my website. It's Holy Yoga playlist number 2. So that's reviveyogastudio.com. If you like to flow with music, go ahead and cue that up. And when you're ready, you can take a comfortable seated position on your mat. And close your eyes, open your palms toward the ceiling, and just start to breathe. If you're anything like me today, you might just need an extra moment to let your brain and your heart catch up with your body. It's just here and ready to move. Just breathe and let your heart and your mind arrive too. To be present with God. I'll open us in prayer. Lord, thank you that we get to be here with you. Thank you that you're here and that you haven't left us and that you never will. Be with us, Lord. We need you so much. This world just feels unbearable without you. Come, Lord Jesus, we need you. Amen. A brief word about this, and then we'll get going and into our meditation on the word. But the day I'm recording this is April 30th, which is a really heavy day here in my city where I live, Columbus, Ohio. Earlier this week, George Floyd was murdered in Minneapolis. Just another horrific and unnecessary murder of a person of color in our country, simply because of the color of his skin. And my heart has been just deeply, deeply heavy. And grieved every day this week. It's been a really hard week. And right now they're just 2 miles from my house. Are protests happening that were intended to be peaceful and have erupted. So there's just a lot of heaviness in my city right now. And certainly a lot of heaviness in my heart. So if that's something that if you are grieving the continued prevalent racism and racial disparity in our country, this is a place for you to bring that and to bring it to God. But also, if there's something else that's heavy on your heart today, something else you need to process, this is also a place for you to bring that to the Lord. Whatever is on your heart, the Lord is here. And there are days in this week and my struggle in processing and grieving this where I haven't believed that. I believed it in word, but in my heart I was feeling utterly helpless and hopeless. And we're going to go to the Lord today. No matter what your week has been, no matter what date you're recording this, maybe this is way down the line, that you're flowing with us. But I'm glad you're here, and we're just going to take whatever we've got to the Lord today. So just keep breathing with your eyes closed. And today we're going to be reading and meditating on Psalm 31, verses 3 through 5. For you, God, are my rock and my fortress. For your name's sake, you lead me and guide me. You take me out of the net that they have hidden for me. For you are my refuge. Into your hand I commit my spirit. You have redeemed me, O Lord, faithful God. We're going to begin by meditating really specifically on verse 4. You, God, take me out of the net they have hidden for me. For you are my refuge. Or from the Message it says, free me from hidden traps. I want to hide in you. Now this week for me, I have fallen into the pits of the hidden traps of, as I've mentioned already, helplessness, feeling helpless and feeling hopeless, feeling just utterly paralyzed in grief. And while God invites us to feel deeply, to respond deeply. Jesus himself responded deeply to the situations in this world, to what happened to the people he loved, in response to injustice. He responded with great feeling, with it's a great comfort to me. And yet, there are hidden traps that are laid for us. So this week, process with God. Just ask him and talk to him about what hidden traps have been set for you this week. Perhaps what hidden traps have you fallen into? It could be so many things. So many things that are straight from the pit of hell. The hidden trap of anxiety, of depression, hopelessness, deep distraction, apathy, hatred, bitterness. The list goes on. And let's know that these are hidden traps. You might not be able to see what they are, but they're not hidden from God. So if nothing is initially coming to mind, just ask God. God is my refuge. Expose the hidden traps. What has been hidden that I've fallen into? The things that are trying to make me believe that you are not good and that your promises are not true. Just begin to speak that with God. Begin to deepen your breath. If Ujjayi breath is something familiar and a part of your practice, you can begin to initiate that now. And as you look at your week and talk with God, just speak to God. There have been these traps, Lord, and regardless of if I have fallen into them this week or not, you are my refuge. You are my rock and my fortress. For your name's sake, Lord, you lead me and guide me. You take me out of the net they have hidden for me. Lord, you will not let us stay in these hidden traps. So expose them for what they are, Lord, and pull us out of the pit. When you're ready, you can make your way to a tabletop. Spread your fingers wide, and you can begin to cycle through some breaths of cat-cow. So inhale, tailbone goes up, belly goes down, looking up. Exhale, round it out, belly button to the spine. Even hit your fingers if you want to get really deep into the low back. Just coming up onto your fingertips. Inhale, cow. Really focusing on stretching through the front of your torso. And letting your heart almost shine through your shoulders. Rounded out cow. Or cat, excuse me. Just one more time each in your own breath. Then when you're ready, come to a neutral spine and then move into a plank pose. You can just begin by rocking back and forth, pushing your heels forward and back. And then when you're ready, push it up into downward facing dog. You can walk out your dog, just bending one leg at a time, straightening the other. As it feels good to you, just do whatever little movements you need in your first downward dog to warm up your body. Push your hands into the mat and feel your elbows rise. Feel your shoulders push up and then your hips push up from there. On your next inhale, come to the tips of your toes. Exhale, bend your knees and look forward and
step in between your hands into a forward fold. And hang here for 2 breaths. Reigniting your Ujjayi breath if you've lost it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Let's roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale your arms overhead. And exhale your hands to prayer. Oh Lord, we invite your spirit. You are already here, and Lord, we ask you to just pour out your presence. We need you. You are our refuge. We want to be hidden deep in you. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Energy out of the crown of the head and release. Plant the hands on either side of the foot, and we're going to step back into a low lunge. Left leg goes back. Drop your knee. You're going to have a 90-degree angle on your front knee. And then when you're ready, push your feet into the mat and push up. You can stay here and just begin to stretch, just taking care of your lower back. Drop the tailbone. Or if you'd like to take a little back bend, you can inhale your arms up and stretching through the front of your torso, up and back. Take it down, frame the front foot, step it back into a plank. And this time, instead of our traditional chaturanga push-up, we're going to go into one of my favorite poses, which is a little unusual. So from our plank, you're going to shift forward. So come up onto the very tips of your toes if you're able. Drop your knees, and then come down. Drop your chest, and then your chin to the mat. So looking in front of your mat just slightly, and then push your hands into the mat and push back. You'll feel your shoulders move down and your hips push back. If it hurts your lower back, you can walk your knees back and just feel the stretch through your throat, through your shoulder blades, through your torso. Release when you're ready, and we'll push up into a down dog. Inhale to the tips of your toes. Exhale, bend the knees and look forward. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Plant the hands and step the right foot back. Drop the right knee. When you're ready, inhale up. You can take either hand to the quad or take it straight up. And inhaling up and out of the hip. Take a little back bend. Beginning class, you're still warming up. Don't rock it out too far just yet. Just warming up. Take it down, and we'll repeat our little unique vinyasa here. So shift the shoulders forward, drop the knees, chest, chin. Push the hands into the mat and then push back. Elbows and arms are hugging next to the ribs. Belly button to the spine. Release and push up into down dog. One more breath here. Inhale to the tips of your toes. Exhale, bend the knees and look forward. Step or hop. It's top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift again. Exhale, release. And reverse your swan dive, flat back all the way up to the top of your mat. Mini back bend, just try to shine your heart up toward the ceiling. And exhale, hands to prayer, thumbs over the heart. Oh Lord, you are my refuge. Lord, sometimes the world feels like it's spinning out of control. And yet you are my rock and my fortress. I want to hide in you. Just talk to God about how the words from these few verses settle with you today. Where do they meet you? Because they certainly meet you where you're at.
continue that conversation with God as you inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, flat back forward. We're going to repeat that with a little bit of adding on. Inhale, halfway lift. Release and step it back. Left foot. You can drop the left knee down or keep it up this time. And when you're ready, knee up or down, inhale it up. Push this left hip forward and settle in. Take the arms back to airplane, and we're going to take the upper body to like a 45-degree angle, so it's kind of almost like a halfway lift upper body here. But keep pushing your feet into the mat and interlace your fingers behind the small of your back. And it'll be a little bit like humble warrior arms. Just push your palms and elbows together while you're here, but keep your belly button toward the spine, your ribs pulled together, and then bring it up. And see if you can shine your heart just up a little. Don't let your ribs pop super far out, but just shine your heart open. And release. Step it back to plank. Let's take this again. Shift it forward. Knees, chest, chin. Press the hands into the mat and back. Release. Option to move right into downward dog, or you can push up into a cobra. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale to the tips of your toes. Exhale, bend the knees and look forward. Step or hop into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Release. And then the right leg is going to step back. Option knee up or down, your choice here. But when you're ready, inhale your arms overhead. And this time the right hip is going to rotate forward, like headlights both pointing to the front of your mat. Take your arms back to airplane, upper body at 45 degrees, a little more opportunity to really let your right leg rotate inward. Hands interlace the small of the back, palms and elbows push together. And then take your upper body up and let your heart shine forward. Your palms will pull down past your glutes just slightly to give you that space for the back bend for your heart to shine up. Release. Last time, plank. Shift it forward, knees, chin, chest. And then push back. Arms are hugging the ribs. Belly button toward the spine. Just notice that this feels a little different as you've repeated it a few times. Release. Option to inhale up into cobra, or meet in downward facing dog. Drop the knees. We'll take balasana, which is just child's pose with the arms back by the feet. And just round through the shoulder blades, release the low back. For you, God, are my rock and my fortress. For your name's sake, you lead me and guide me. You take me out of the net they have hidden from me. For you are my refuge. Into your hand I commit my spirit. You have redeemed me, O Lord, faithful God. Lord, into your hand I commit my spirit, the very hand that has taken me out of the net of these hidden traps. Lord, your hand is one of rescue, it is one of safety, and it is one of tenderness.
Lord, with the same hand that you rescue and redeem us with, you also, the word says, lead us and guide us for your name's sake, Lord. So we ask you, Lord, and we just lay before you, where are you pointing us? Where are you leading me, God? Where are you guiding me? It can be a really big question sometimes, and it can be helpful to break it down a bit. Lord, what are you inviting me into? How do you want me to participate with you? Just ask that question of the Lord. And enjoy just being in his presence and the refuge of his person, of who he is, as your stronghold, as your rock, as your protector. You can stay here if you want to keep processing this with God in stillness and in some silence. Please do that. But if you're ready to continue processing that with God through movement, we're going to meet in downward facing dog. And if you want to take the little extra time of stillness, if you're on the recording, you can just press pause, or you're welcome to just join back up with us whenever you're ready. Your choice. Whatever you need today. Whatever God is inviting you into. If you're in downward facing dog, let's take one more breath here. Just drop the heels heavy on your exhale. Inhale to the tips of your toes. Exhale, bend the knees and look forward. Step or hop into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Now we're going to move into a yogi squat. So if you know where we're going, go ahead and get yourself there. But if you're not super familiar, we can just heel toe your feet to the edges of your mat. I like to turn my feet out just slightly. And then if you want some help, you can walk to a wall and kind of walk yourself down, walk your hands down the wall for this. Or you can take your hands to the mat. I like to tent my fingers and just bend your knees. And then your hips are going to get really low, and you want to try not to stick your butt out, but pull it right underneath you so it's right in line with your heels. Once you've found your way here, take your hands, if you need to keep your hands down for balance, excellent, please do. If you're at the wall, stay where you're at. Use the wall, use a chair, whatever you need. My knees sometimes don't appreciate this, so listen to your body. But if you are here, down in your yogi squat, we're going to take palms together in prayer. Push your palms together and push your triceps against your legs here. So it's going to open the hips. You'll really feel that in the hips. And sit up nice and tall. So your tailbone is dropped toward the mat, but your crown of your head is just nice and long. You can challenge your balance here by closing your eyes. 2 more breaths. Just enduring, the practice of endurance. Of not listening to the hidden trap of, I can't do this. It's too hard. But listening instead to the voice of your refuge, of your Redeemer, of the faithful God who says, I've got you. And whether you can do this or not, I can, and I'm with you. I've got you. Wherever you are at, we're going to make our way back to a wide-legged down dog. So if, take however you want to get there. You can walk with me. Put your hands down, hips high. Come out just the way you came in. If you just dropped your hips, and then walk it back. Keep your feet at the wide edges of your mat. Toes point forward if you had them turned out. Hips high, heels heavy. Walk your feet back in, hip width apart, kind of your normal position here. And then when you're ready, we're going to move into a 3-legged dog. So shift the weight into your left heel, right heel goes high, toes are flexed toward the mat. And open the hip. So bend your extended leg, your right knee. Now your left shoulder is going to want to bend in next to your ear. Keep it solid. Keep it where it was. So we're going to play around because that left shoulder, we're going to challenge it. So see if you can play around with pressing into your right wrist. If you feel pain in the wrist, don't do it. But if you're able, see if you can lift your left hand. Play with the balance here. If you get that balance, you can even see if you can reach back to grab that back foot extended nice and long behind you. Just play with your balance. Put the hand back down, keep it in your three-legged dog, or you can keep playing, or actually if you want to, if it's part of your practice, we'll flip our dog here, just letting that hip open wider. Shift the weight of your shoulders over your wrists and flip it. Push it up. And take it back. So whether you have taken flip your dog or not, we're going to release our right foot down and take side plank with the right foot on the bottom. So my right arm is down, left arm is overhead. Stacking the feet, or you can drop that bottom knee if you need. Your choice. 2 more breaths. Take it down to plank. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale now, your right heel high. Excuse me, left heel high. 3-legged dog here. Bend the knee, open the hip. Now option here again to play with lifting the right hand. You can see if you can lift it an inch, or play with trying to grab your left foot. You'll just find that one side is naturally a little more skilled at this than the other, and that's super normal. So keep playing with that, or option to flip your dog if that's part of your practice, but totally optional here. If you do, just make sure to shift the weight of your shoulders right over your wrist and flip. Unwind wherever you are. We're going to take side plank to the left. So left hand is down, left leg is on the bottom, right arm is overhead. Stacking the feet or dropping the left knee, your choice. Using your Ujjayi breath to help pull you through this. Take it down to plank and push your hips high, downward facing dog. Take it to plank again, and now we'll just take a traditional vinyasa through with cobra or up dog, your choice. Just letting your heart shine forward. Now take it back to plank. Downward dog. Back to plank on your exhale. Take a nice deep inhale to prep, and then exhale. We're going to try to hop into our yogi squat from here. Try to make one swift movement on an exhale. Just belly button to spine, just pull it in. And if you want to play with that, you can. If not, just see how far you can hop. So inhale to prep. Exhale, bend the knees. Hop it forward. You can release the hands briefly. We'll take a few breaths here. Play around with that. Now, we're just going to meet in a lunge, a low lunge with the right leg forward. So no matter what your body is enjoying, if you like playing with that or it's not for you today, we're going to make our way into a right lunge. So you can do it traditionally, how we would in any other class. Or if you're in your yogi squat, just walk the hands to the right, heel toe just a little bit in with the right foot, set the left foot back. Here you are, low lunge. So just give a quick breath for everyone to meet us here. Then set up for warrior two. So left toes are pointing to the left. Windmill it up. And go ahead and take the palms up. Let the shoulder blades move toward the spine with a lot of energy with the musculature of your back. Drop the legs, drop the hips. Now we'll take forward side angle. Front arm to the quad, other arm overhead. Now keep it here, or you can inhale and extend the right arm forward. Or again, you can keep it here, option, you can take a half bind here. Find a little bit of a twist, opening. It's up to you here, what you really want to do. We're gonna hold it, again, just the practice of endurance, of believing that even in hard times, we are secure in the refuge, the rock, the fortress that is our God. So the world, this life feels like too much, and it might be for us, but it's not for him, and so we are safe. He is my God, the faithful God. Reverse. Left hand comes to the left leg, or to the wind it around to the back. Swirl it around, you're gonna take easy pose. So left hand comes to the mat, right arm is gonna swivel, and you'll twist toward your right arm to take the right leg, to take your right arm high. I'd like to tent onto my left fingertips here. There's a nice long spine here. Set it down, frame the front foot. Option to come back to plank, into vinyasa through, or meet us in downward facing dog. Remembering to breathe. So when you're ready, exhale to plank. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale, plank. Inhale, downward dog. Take it to plank again. And then on your next inhale, we'll bend your knees and play again with that hop. Try to find that yogi squat or just play around with the hop. And so we're just gonna take it on the left side. You know where we're going now. So whether it's from your hop or you just wanna make your way to a left lunge, however you want, let's get there. So from our lunge, just begin to shift the weight into your left foot a bit. Release the right leg back, and then you can center up your left leg. Another breath for us all to meet here. And then spiral around, set up your warrior 2 feet, and then bring it up, palms toward the ceiling. Lower the hips. Pinky edge side of the foot is nice and flat on the mat. Get all 4 corners of the feet pushing into the mat. Forward side angle. Now take any arm variation here, leaving the arms where they are, or you can inhale the bottom arm forward, or option to take the half bind. Just listening to your body, what you need. Reverse. Windmill your arms around into easy pose. Right hand is at the mat, left is up. Spiraling your torso toward your left leg. Frame the front foot. Option to set back to plank and vinyasa through, or you can meet us in downward facing dog. Your choice. Inhale to the tips of your toes. Exhale, bend the knees and look forward. Step or hop into your forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, release. And flat back up to the top of your mat. Take your hands for prayer, thumbs over the heart. Close your eyes if you're comfortable with that.
Thank you that you are a refuge. For you, God, are my rock and my fortress. For your name's sake, you lead me and guide me. You take me out of the net they have hidden for me, for you are my refuge. Into your hand I commit my spirit. You have redeemed me, O Lord, faithful God. Let's look back on your life. What pits has the Lord already redeemed you out of? O faithful God. Where has God already rescued you from? Not that it's perfect, not that you never go back, not that you never mess up again, but where has God already rescued you from? How has he been faithful to you before? Remember with him. For you, God, are my rock, my fortress. Not the rock and the fortress, a rock and a fortress, but you are mine. You are my personal rock, my personal fortress. For your name's sake, for the good of your beautiful and holy name, Lord, you lead me and guide me. And because it's for your good and beautiful name, therefore you will only lead me and guide me to beautiful and faithful and holy places. Because that's where you are. That's where you dwell. My rock, my fortress, O Lord, faithful God. You can stay here with your eyes closed, just continuing to be with God. And when you're ready, you can inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, flat back forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Release. Step it back or hop into your plank. Let's vinyasa through or meet in downward facing dog. Take it up. And now we're going to combine all of that. So working again, endurance, not in stillness, but endurance in movement, because life requires a lot of different kinds of endurance. Even while we are in the strongholds, the refuge, the rock, hidden in our God, we endure, and we endure with him. So let's go for it. Inhale, your right heel high. Open up the leg. Now option to flip your dog or just play with the balance here, lifting the left hand. Coming out of it, wherever you are, right hand is down into a side plank. Inhale, arm up. Lifting up and out of your right side body. Let's go ahead and take it to plank and hold here and breathe. Leave your upper body where it is, but we're just going to twist. Take that side plank lower body, but you're in a plank. Take it back to plank. Now left plank, side plank, lower body. So the feet are stacked. The left, like the side of your left foot is on the mat. Inhale it up to the right. Just twisting right up through the band of your belly button. Inhale through center to the left. Inhale it up. Right. Last time. Up through center to the left. Through a plank. And on your next inhale, pull it up, yogi squat. Whew. Play with it. Have fun with it. And however you want, from your yogi squat or your preference, let's make our way in to a right low lunge. Set up warrior two. Inhale it up. Just a breath. Forward side angle. Your variation of arms. Reverse. Just flow it through. Easy pose. Spirals around. Left arm down. Right arm overhead. Twist deep here. Try to open your right arm back. Frame the front foot. Step it back. Option to vinyasa through or meet in downward facing dog. Continue our endurance. Just a quick breath of rest.
Remembering our refuge, our rock, our God, oh Lord, faithful God. Inhale, right heel overhead, left heel overhead. Open the leg and play again with the balance, lifting your right hand or flip your dog, your preference. Come out of whatever variation you're in. Left hand's down, stack the feet or bend the bottom left leg, right arms overhead. Lifting up and out of the left side body, take it to plank. Hold here for 2 breaths. Now, keeping your plank upper body, take side plank lower body to the left. Inhale up to the right. Up to the left. Inhale up, exhale it to the left. Right. Up to the left, keep those hips high. Last time to the right. We're almost there. 1 full breath in our plank. Next inhale, yogi squat. A breath here, finding energy out of the crown of your head, a nice straight spine, and then work your way wherever you're at into your left lunge. So left leg's forward, right leg is back. Set up warrior 2. Let's bring it up, palms up. Forward side angle, your choice of arms. Reverse. Windmill around, easy pose, right hand down, left is up, twisting. Let your left arm open behind you. So spiral your chest open toward the ceiling. Frame the front foot. Option to vinyasa through or to meet in downward facing dog. Right heel high. Pull the knee into the right elbow, and we're gonna set up for pigeon. So swing the shin around, set it down so your foot is now over by the left hand, and the shin is just working parallel-ish to the small edge of your mat. Mine is by no means parallel, just take it as your body is happy. Flex the left foot to protect the knee, and inhale up. Just again, try to shine your heart up and out. And take it down. You can be on your forearms, on your hands, take your forehead to the mat, whatever you need. Even forehead can be on a block or on a bolster, a sweater, a pillow, whatever you have. Just rest here and open through the hips. Just imagine that your left hip, like from the glutes down, they're just melting toward the mat. Just from the glutes all the way around to the side of the hip, to the front of the hip, just melting down. For you are my rock and my fortress. For your name's sake, you lead me and guide me. You take me out of the net they have hidden for me. For you are my refuge. Into your hand I commit my spirit. You have redeemed me, O Lord, faithful God. God's word is so good until this moment, even as much as I have enjoyed this verse and prayed it over my soul from the pit today, I'm just noticing you take me out of the net they have hidden for me, which implies falling into the net. I don't have to be taken out of something I haven't fallen into. So God's expectation is not for us to avoid pitfalls, but to run to him as our refuge when we do. Or even when we don't, run to him regardless, that he is our refuge. From the pit or from the mountaintop, He is our rock. Come up, and you're gonna just begin to sit your weight onto your right hip. So you'll be able to free up your left leg to pull around. And it's just gonna cross over into a little simple seated twist here. So it's just gonna come kind of right above the knee. Sit up tall so your left hip can move toward the mat. And we're gonna twist to the left. So bring your left arm to the quad here. And take the arm down. I like to have mine up, my palm open. And just twist. So the left hand's gonna come behind you, or you can take a half bind, your choice. Just shine your heart open. Lord, when life has me twisted up, my heart is still open to you. My heart still shines open. Lord, I am exposed before you, and yet I am safe in the refuge of your hands that rescue me out of the pit, out of the hidden traps of this life, out of the spiritual hidden traps from hell, Lord, because I belong to you, because you are my fortress and my rock, and I am yours, your beloved. You are my God, the faithful God. Just talk with your Lord about this. We're going to unwind, so just release the hands, and we're going to unwind, so just keep turning to the left, come up onto your feet, and you're just going to unwind into a little bit of a lunge. Right leg is forward, you're facing the back of your mat now, and plant your hands. We're just going to move into pigeon from here. So lifting the left foot, right foot. That's the side we just did, isn't it, huh? All right, take it back to down facing dog then. Excuse me. Forgot my flow there for a minute. All wrapped up in the goodness of the word. So just from down dog then, our left foot's gonna come forward, left knee to left elbow, and then send the left shin around. So the left foot is coming by the right hand. Flexing the right foot and square off your hips. Take it up. Shine your heart up and out, and then fold it forward. How is this good news to you today? Even if it doesn't feel like good news, if it doesn't feel real right now, if it doesn't feel like God is your fortress and that he's your protector, if you still feel like you are hidden in that trap and are yet to be taken out, even still, how is this good news to you? How can you, or if that's not you today, how can you store this word, this good treasure from God? How can you store it in your heart as treasure for the day of help, the day that you will need this word, you will need this truth? How is God inviting you to store that in your heart as good news? Just talk to him about that. Letting your right hip melt toward the mat. Coming up onto your hands and sitting down onto your left hip this time. Free up your back leg and wrap it around. So bottom of the right foot is on the mat. Adjust a bit if you need, so you can get your right hip pushing toward the floor and twist. Left arm is up, or you can take it down, your choice. You can take your right arm behind you or the half bind. Whatever your practice is inviting you into today. Whatever your body needs. You can look straight ahead, to the right or behind, over your shoulder. Even as your body is twisted, fighting to open your heart to the right.
as our twisted feelings and fears, our disappointments, our hopelessness, whatever our pitfalls might be, these hidden areas in our life, these hidden nets, as twisted up as they might make us feel, let's fight to shine our hearts open before the Lord. Because even when we feel twisted up and not before Him, oh, our hearts are certainly before Him. Oh Lord, faithful God. Unwind, so just begin to unspiral and keep twisting around to the left. Unwind, and just take it into a downward facing dog. Now, in a similar fashion, but a bit different from what we've done earlier, we're going to come to a seated position. So, you can make it there however you'd want, or we can play around with a little more core here. You can inhale with the tips of your toes. Exhale, bend the knees and look forward just a little bit. And we're going to try to swing the legs between the arms to be in a seated position. So make your way there, or let's play. So inhale, tips of the toes. Bend the knees and look forward slightly. Pull the knees in and sit them up nice and tall. And just take your feet out in front of you, flex the feet, and sit up nice and tall. Seated mountain pose, belly button to spine. Easy, yet full of effort. Engaging the legs, engaging the back as you sit up tall, stretching through the neck. Release and make your way to your back however you'd like. You can rock and roll, or just make your way back nice and easy, your choice. Let's move into bridge. So, feet pull into the glutes. Knees are toward the ceiling. You want to keep your knees right in line with the hips, which you should be able to feel with the feet, heels right by the glutes. Arms down by your side, and inhale, push up. Chest moves toward the chin. Chin doesn't tuck down, chest pushes up toward the chin. If it's part of your practice, you can walk your shoulders underneath you, interlacing the fingers. Push through the feet to lift up. Release the glutes. Push up here. And roll it down. Now if it's part of your practice, we're going to take that one more time, and you can take bridge, or if wheel is a part of your practice, you can go ahead and take that. So your choice here, whatever you're interested in here. So setting up your preferred pose, and inhale up. Pushing your feet to either your hands or the full length of your arms into the mat. Inhale up. Listening to the back, listening to your lower back. Just working on shining your heart forward. Not worrying about a back bend, but make it more of a heart shine. Wherever you are, bring it down one vertebrae at a time. Pull your knees into the chest. How is this good news to you today? Just keep the knees pulled really tightly into the chest. You can take little rockings, just pulling the small of the back up off the mat and down. Lord, where we have fallen into the hidden traps of this world that are not of you, that threaten to take us away from you, but never really can. Thank you
help us to see those as the places that you have taken us out of. Nothing we have rescued ourselves from, but where you have redeemed us. Release. And go ahead and take a moment to take any other pose you would like to take, any other stretch, and set up for your final Savasana. Find your corpse pose, close your eyes, open your palms to the ceiling. From the message it reads, "You, God, are my cave to hide in, my cliff to climb, my safe leader. Be my true mountain guide. Free me from hidden traps. I want to hide in you. I put my life in your hands. You won't drop me. You'll never let me down." You have redeemed me, O Lord, faithful God, my rock, my fortress. For your name's sake, you lead me and guide me. You take me out of the net they have hidden for me, for you are my refuge. Into your hand I commit my spirit. You have redeemed me, O Lord, faithful God. Just take a moment to be with the Lord these next few minutes. The God who invites you to have him as your rock, my fortress, my guide, my leader, my rescuer, my refuge. Committed our lives into his hands. Our Lord, our faithful God. This personal language is for you. So take just the next few minutes to rest into the hand of the Lord. Commit yourself to him and just enjoy the personal God who intimately knows you and loves you. like to stay in this place of stillness with God, please do. Just please accept that invitation from the Spirit. But if you're ready to bring some movement back to your body, you can begin by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Make your way slowly onto your right side, using your right bicep as a pillow. And then using as little effort as possible, just nice and easy, push yourself up into a comfortable seated position at the top of your mat. When you're ready, inhale your arms overhead. And exhale your hands to your heart in prayer. Lord, just feel pretty speechless. I don't feel like I have a lot of words left. You know that it's been a heavy week. And Lord, I thank you that you are our refuge and that this broken world is not. The broken systems in our world, Lord, as we hide in you, as we know you as our personal and intimate comfort, rock, refuge, everything, Lord, help us to run to you. Be our comfort, Lord. Be our hope. Give us faith. Give us endurance, Lord. Because we're going to need endurance for what lies ahead. And we need it from you. Lord, as we draw into your presence, as we rest in you as our rock, as you rescue us out of these pitfalls, Lord, because you are not content to let us stay there. You always pull us out. Thank you, Lord. Lord, I ask that you would inspire us from that place of intimacy with you into action. That you would let us know how to move and go about this world, how to be active participants in bringing your kingdom, your heaven, your home, your kingdom, Lord God, on earth as it is in heaven. Lord, help us know how to be active agents of peacemaking, not peacekeepers, but peacemakers, Lord. Take us out of the pits, Lord. Lord, make us people that can help pull in your name's sake, for your name, by your name, to help pull others out of the pitfalls as well. As agents of love, as agents bearing your name. In your name, Lord, we love you and we need you. And we certainly have you. Thank you, Lord, in your good name. Amen. Thanks, guys. It's an honor to move with you. It's a good gift. I pray that this was a sweet space for you and God. Yeah, I just don't know that there are any more words. I hope to have more and to just use my voice in the coming days and weeks and months and years. And I know those are going to start from the place of my knees. But if you are in any particular pitfalls of these right now, please reach out, and I would love to pray with you and pray for you. I want that to be a part of our ministry together, of our time together. So let's hold each other up in prayer. So please reach out. I would be more than delighted to pray with you and pray for you. Well, I just want to let you know I will be back here on Thursday for a 30-minute class at 1:30 Eastern, 30-ish minutes. If you know me well, you know that's true. And again, next Saturday at 1:30 Eastern for an hour class. And then, of course, recordings are always on my website, usually about 24 hours after the fact. So, yeah, just see you on one of those. Looking forward to that. I also run my classes as through just the time of pandemic, of COVID-19, because that's also happening. What is 2020, guys? I just really hope all this means Jesus is coming soon, guys. Please, Lord, can that please be true? But I'm running my classes as pay what you can for this crazy time that we are in. And you can do that through the GoFundMe on my website, which again, that's reviveyogastudio.com, or through Venmo. That's Megan Holy Yoga is my username. So if you're able, those are some options. And either way, just keep coming around. These spaces are for you. I'd love for you to participate in paying if you're able to just keep these classes coming. I want to keep resourcing you with these spaces, with these flows. But if not, just keep coming around. So I'll see you guys again either Thursday, Saturday, or on a recording any day. So see you soon, guys.